Hello and welcome. I am Indigo Sage, and this is just a quick reminder that you can always find me at www.unapologeticallysage.com, and you can find Unapologetically Sage on Instagram as well as, yep, you guessed it, finding Unapologetically Sage on Facebook. Yeah, I'm still there. It still exists. Facebook. Yes. You can find me there as Indigo Sage at www.unapologeticallysage.com. Tales of Tarot, Intuition, Four of Swords. I am Indigo Sage, an awakened soul. Welcome to Indigo Sage Tales of Tarot, Intuition, Four of Swords. Yes, I did say that twice. We will be examining each of the tarot cards with the same title while featuring different imagery. I will briefly tell what I intuitively feel for that particular tarot card. This is to ignite a sage conversation on each individual card, strictly speaking, intuition. The info for each deck used will be in the description box below. Let's sage this out. You know, this is funny because the way I interpret it and then the way that it's generally interpreted. But either way, this is Rider-Waite, Four of Swords. And the way I interpret it is I need to stop, chill, and think. That's what this card means to me. Especially when it's the Rider-Waite. But what they will go down in history as meaning is after the time of chaos, anger, and pain depicted in the Three of Swords, the Four of Swords can signal that it is time to retreat. The Four of Swords is a moment of rest. Whether this is from a choice to withdraw or whether it is from pure exhaustion, it is not clear. We are still tender from the wounds that were inflicted, and the battle weapons still hang above us as a grim reminder of what was lost. In order to continue and re-emerge in your daily life, you must take the time now to take a breather. There is always the faint fear that something more is bound to happen again, and it is advisable that you take all chances to rest. Get into it. So here we are at Easy Tarot. But first, before I go into the Four of Swords imagery in Easy Tarot, I'm going to read the description for the Rider-Waite Four of Swords. And it says, he remains in his full armor and his hands are in the position of prayer as a sign of rest. One sword lies beneath the knight, symbolizing a single point of focus, and three swords hang above him, pointing downwards towards his head and torso. As I was reading that, I hope that you were looking at this image. Now, it's not describing this image. As I said, the words I just spoke were describing the Rider-Waite Four of Swords, okay? And one major thing that popped up is, well, first of all, they look similar, okay? So we've got to give them that. Easy Tarot image looks similar to the Rider-Waite image for the Four of Swords. It's similar. It has similarities. However, there's no stained glass window, and his hands are not in the prayer sign position. They are actually not together at all, and you can see the left arm is stroking the blade. That's the blade which was supposed to be representing a point of focus. So the blade that represents the point of focus is being stroked by his fingers, and they are not in the prayer position. And this reminds me of a need for seclusion. So there's no telling where his thoughts are, okay? But he needs to get there to where he is in a point of focus and with prayer. And he's not there in this image. He's not there, which is why there's a strong need for seclusion. Here we are with Four of Swords from the CASANOVA tarot deck. And what came over me was forcible seclusion. And that could go either way. Either you are being forcibly seclusion, or you are forcibly seclusioning someone else. But the main point is you need solitude to negotiate your situation. That's what this card is screaming. That you need solitude to negotiate your situation. So, again, this is Intuitive Tarot, Tales of Tarot. It's Four of Swords, and we will continue with other imagery. And I just want you guys to just take it in on how tarot and oracle, they're intuitive tools. So it is about how you feel. There are rules to it. It is, that's true. But also it's about your intuitive nature. We all have it. And you are able and capable of looking at a card and seeing what that one means. And so this series, my Tales of Tarot Intuition lesson is about these cards that are all the same, that, you know, pulls something different from the same meaning. Same meaning, same title, same card, but different image. So we must look at the image and see how that makes us feel, because that is our guardian angels speaking to us through image, and it's within all of us. So anyway, yes, this is the CASANOVA tarot. You just got that little jewel. That jewel's gonna come out on whichever card. It just so happened to be the CASANOVA tarot card. Forcible seclusion, which, like I said, just screams that you need solitude to negotiate your situation. Solitude, forcible seclusion. So here we are at Day MARSEILLE. I don't know if I said it right, but go with me, okay? So I like this one. This is one of my favorite decks. Came from a friend, gift from a friend. I love them. If you're listening. And I love it so much because it's so plain. So it's like, it's not telling you what to think. It's pulling what you already feel out of you, because it's plain. It's just so plain. So this is Four of Swords, and it makes you reflect from Two of Swords to Three of Swords to Four of Swords. How you got here. Review your progress so far. Review your progress so far. From Two of Swords, we had weighing up the options, to Three of Swords, which is deeply hurt and disappointed. Now you're at Four of Swords, and you are in the review process. I dig it. I love it. I love Four of Swords. And I don't say I love each card, like, because I'm going to go over each and every card, all 78. I'm going to go over them and talk about my relationship with these cards. But I love the Four of Swords. I do. It's just deep contemplation. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go in deep, hibernate like a bear. Hibernate and go in deep into yourself, into your thoughts. I love Four of Swords. You know, when you're in that stage, it's okay. It's totally okay. Hibernate into your thoughts and review your process. and actually, it's review your progress. Okay? There better be some progress. So, but that's why you're here in the Four of Swords stage, to review that shit. All right. Moving right along. Here we are at the Wild Unknown. And when I reviewed this card, Four of Swords, the Wild Unknown, what vibrated in my heart was a challenge to stay quiet and inactive. This is the Four of Swords in a different way. You know, it is a challenge to go inside of us. This one is a challenge particularly to stay quiet and inactive. Four of Swords, state of mind. The stillness of mental power. Though threatening swords loom above, the lamb sits in stillness without fear. The Four of Swords says it's time to look inward and find the mental power to cope with the pressures. It's important to rest, seek meditation, or find literature that focuses on ways to quiet the mind. Take this time to recuperate and move inward before those swords strike. And this one comes from As Above. Take a step back and regain perspective. This is Four of Air, which is equivalent to Four of Swords, but it's from the As Above deck. And this one mainly is speaking about if you have been going through tough times recently, such as the trauma of a breakup or departure, relationship or family problems, financial and health worries, stress or conflict, then the Four of Swords comes as a sign to take a step back and regain perspective. Take a day off work, travel to a new destination, or spend time with your loved ones. Whatever you need to take a break. Now is not the time to make decisions. That is what this card is saying to me, what the image is saying to me in this instance. Here we are at So Below, Four of Swords. Main point, reassess your priorities. Create time and space to evaluate what has worked well, what has not, and what you need to change. That is what Four of Swords means in the So Below deck, in this image, intuitively. That's what it means to me. It's saying you need to pause to reflect after each major challenge. Yeah. And position yourself well to succeed in the future. Yeah. After each of it. So it's also about thinking. It's no matter what deck, no matter what image, it's Four of Swords is when you take the look inside, the II and AA. Anyway, but yeah, it's a look inside is what it is. And some cards are challenging you to look inside. Some cards are saying you can't move forward until you look inside. Some cards are congratulating you on learning the lesson from the Two of Swords to the Three of Swords to the Four of Swords. So this is all intuitive, and this is Tales of Tarot, and I'm intuitively speaking and just, you know, going over the images because they mean different things to all of us. It can be different. So I'm more of an intuitive reader, and I just thought I would break that down, and I will break down each and every card. All right. Sages, be safe. Okay, so here we have angel number tile 4. These angel number tiles were created by me, Indigo Sage, and I decided to break down the angel messages right along with the 78 tarot deck cards. So this one is featuring angel number tile 4. Time to plan properly for your goals. System and order will be the best use of your knowledge right now. Concentrate on the skills you already own in order to overcome any obstacle you face in the moment. 4 has appeared. So what they mean is pay attention to your thoughts. When you see the number 4, pay attention to your thoughts, because what it is, your angels are telling you that you can overcome that. And that is what it is. 4, again, is a number representing like inner thoughts and your progress and how you can overcome and how you are strong. 4 is a reflective number. 4 breaks down to be 1111. 1111 breaks down to be a mirror number. It's very reflective. So, 4. Okay? It's inner thoughts, reflective. You see yourself being strong. You see where you've come, what you've overcome, what you've achieved. And, you know, nothing can stop you. That's how I feel about it. So, pay attention to your thoughts when you see the number 4, because it's something to tell you that you are strong. So, think number 4. All right. Goodbye, Sagies. And I just want to say, like and subscribe if you like the breakdown that I gave. And go to unapologeticallysage.com to read my blog and more specifically about tarot, go to Tales of Tarot, okay? And I'll fill you in there once you get there. Hope to see you there. Again, if you like it, support me and click like and subscribe. All right, thanks. Be safe.